this one. So I'll send you the link. Okay, it's just a problem of the time. How to configure Groovy context for the web app? I think it's not too much supported for now. Okay, I need to check it. Several months ago, it was not supported, but they develop very quickly. What is the name of the tool? I answered. If I use hybrid configuration, XML configuration, which context class is responsible? It depends where you start from. This is a good question. If I use hybrid configuration, XML and Java config, which context is responsible? It depends where from you will start. If you start from XML, and in your XML, you can, for example, in your XML, you can do something like component scan and scan for specific package, Luxoft here. Okay, this is my root package. And in case I do have some class annotated with add configuration annotation, both configuration will work, but it will start from here. Another option is to do vice versa. You can, let me show you, you can create Java config file. Okay, something like that, to put add configuration here, to declare some beans. Okay, you can declare some beans. For example, here I'm declaring the bean with message, where is stupid bean? Okay, I'll be back. Okay, I declare the bill, and I want to import another configuration to here. I can use import resource, and I will use, I will write here context, context XML. Okay, something like that. So you can mix as you want. And it depends where from you start. Okay, context from that configuration, it will be the main configuration, but this configuration will be injected here, and you can mix between two of them. Okay.
Evgeny, we are running out of time, so I would like to suggest to all of you, all your questions. I think Evgeny can answer all your questions, so we will save your questions, and Evgeny will prepare a I don't know, extended answer, and we will publish it on our blog on luxoft.com. Now we have time for a few questions, so Evgeny, you can choose several and answer, and other questions will be answered in written form and published on our website. Hope this will be fine.
Okay, okay. Let's see what else. What is the name of the tool? Okay, can you share the code from examples? Yes, sure, I will share all the code I wrote today with you together. Your managers will send to you the code. How to configure Groovy content, not video the source of Java code from Medium, but is it available right now or somewhere in the future? What do you mean? What will be available in the future? The video? Okay. I believe it's not question to me. It's question to your managers. If you're talking about the video of this session, can you show the code of the deprecated processor again? Show deprecated. This one you mean? This is not being factory post processor. Okay. Okay. What is the question about it? Thank you, Igor. Okay. Till somebody looking at this class, I will look for another question. What does the invoke does? Invoke just invoke via reflection of the specific method. Being post-processor is always singleton? Interesting question, Anatoly. Being post-processor is always singleton or not? Theoretically, you can change the scope of the being post-processor to be prototype, but I cannot see any use case when it can be useful. So yes, It's very stupid to create. Think about it. A bin post processor always work every time when some bin should be created. It will be configured by any bin post processor. So we don't want that this bin post processor will be created every time. So they must be singletons. Is it possible to use to wired in Java config? And is it a good idea to do it? Yes, it can be good idea. The good example can be think about. For example, I have two Java configs. In order to separate between the configurations, I can create several Java config files, for example, okay? For example, one Java config will hold an information about database bins, and another one about the web bins, and another one about the business bins. And now I want to use the bin inside my Java config, which was declared in another configuration at all. Okay, I'll try to give you an example. Think about that I have some bin, something like public my service, service, something like that. And I'm creating this service, okay? I'm creating this service. And I want to configure this service, but in order to configure it, I want to use some other bin which declared in another configuration. What I can do, I can import another configuration here, okay, with annotation import. Something like another Java config.class, okay, and I can inject specific bin. I can inject all the configuration, but I want to inject specific bin, private helper bin from another Java config, okay, bin, and I can use it here. Service set x, and here bin calc something. Okay, this is good example why it can be good to inject some bins to the Java config in order to use them inside.
Thank you, Evgeny. I think, sorry for speeding up the answers, but I think we are running out of time. So let's do the following. You will choose the most interesting questions or all the questions and just prepare the written answers, and we will publish the answers. So thank you for your presentation. It was really great. And thank you all for joining. Now you will see a few questions, and I would like to ask you to fill the questionnaire. It will take only a minute, and it will be very helpful for us. So your feedback is very important for us. So please answer a few questions, and see you next time on our next webinar.
Okay, thank you guys. You are very cool. You are asking a lot of questions. It's indication for me that it was interesting. The last answer to your question, which literature I recommend, Spring documentation. I'm not joking. I'm not kidding. It's the best literature. Is just go to their new site, Spring.io. It's wonderful how they did it with examples, with live examples, and there's a lot of explanations. So Spring documentation is the best literature. Nina, I didn't got. I should answer the questions also, or is this only for the students, or for the participants?
Only for the participants.
So it's not for me. So I can disconnect.
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, so if you have time, call me. You told me that you want to talk about something, so if you want, call me today, or just write me an email and. Все.
Thank you.
Спасибо. Дима, спасибо. Bye.
Интересно, меня слышно? Да, похоже, теперь точно слышно. Ну, в общем, не знаю, конечно, с одной стороны, вебинар был по большей части достаточно скучен. Ну, прошлись мы по XML-кам, прошлись по тому, кто когда выпускается. Ну, чаще всего это и так понятно. Немножко интересно было, конечно, про бенчмарки, но какие там, то есть никаких подробностей не было, просто пробежались по цифрам, которые, в принципе, в презентации и так были видны, в той презентации, которую можно найти в интернетах, его же презентацию по этой же теме, только на русском языке. По большому счету ничего особо интересного не было, как бы я бы рекомендовать не стал, потому что, ну, блин, может быть, в следующий раз что-нибудь и вкуснее будет, но сейчас больше процентов, наверное, 70 времени было достаточно общие принципы работы, которые в любой книжке объясняются в первых главах, что такое инжекты, там, постконструкты и все остальные вещи, то, что в XML-ках можно описывать. Ну, да, там приятно, что появился Groovy конфиг, который как бы такой же мощный, как XML, но в то же время такой же мощный, как и Java конфиг, еще и работает быстро, и всякие такие няшки. Но с другой стороны, про него вообще ничего не рассказывали. На XML мы потратили на разборку того, как у нас собирается проект из XML, мы потратили минут 40 времени из 2 часов отпущенных. Еще 20 минут на бенчмарке, а остальное там час рассказывалось про какие-то, ну даже, в общем-то, не так много было внутренних вещей. Смысл кому-то рекомендовать? Не знаю, будем считать, что нет, им не повезло, и я никому рекомендовать ничего не буду. Как-то так. Так, ну, собственно, что я могу сказать? Все, goodbye, наверное. Goodbye. Споринг. Так, здесь кнопка. Ну, собственно говоря, все. Всем спасибо за просмотр. До свидания. Запись останавливаю. Сейчас выйду.